Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Ohio State Call-In Show here at the Voice of College Football. I'm your host, Garrison Gaddy. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you have any friends, family, or foes that maybe want to see what we have here at the network, or if they're fans of any place else, such as North Carolina, Oklahoma, Texas, or any others, we have it all here for you here at the Voice of College Football. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to check out our website at www.bocfb.com, where you can check out all of our awesome writers and also check out the scheduling for all the content that we have here at the network. If you also haven't, go check out our Instagram. It's at Voice of College Football. We post on there daily. And also, if you haven't already, look below right here and you will see our X account. Go ahead and follow us at the BOCFB on X. Well, of course, today is the call-in show. It's Thursday every time at 7 o'clock. If you happen to miss it or miss Monday's show or any other show that we have here, either on Wednesday for the world famous Buckeye show with Terry and Mike, and then also Mark and on Thursday at I think 4. You can also check us out on any audio streaming platform, whether that be Spotify, Apple, or Amazon. Yeah, I don't know why I almost forgot that. But again, everybody, the calling link is in the chat right there. Real quick, so I'm gonna give a shout out. Shout out to my guy Sage, Ohio, says hello, Buckeyes. What's going on, man? OH. And again, man, thank you for showing up, man. Large contributor to this show. Love having you here and everything you have to bring to the channel and everything you bring to the network. So a few things I just want to go over, and it's not necessarily Ohio State related, but I also want to know for today's show, what are some of the if you're gambling people, if you're a degenerate like I am when it comes to gambling. Well, I'm not a degenerate when it comes to gambling, but coming around football time, boy, do I love placing bets. Fun fact, actually. So on average, professional sports gamblers hit somewhere around the 50 to 51 mark. Like 50, 51 mark, and then like if they're really on pace, they're doing really well. They hit somewhere around probably 55, 56. Well, over the last 2 years, I'm around 67% with a high of 70. Shout out to my guy Bryce. We did a Scarlet and Blue show. We did our bets every Friday, Thursday, and I had 1 year where I think I was like 76%. It was honestly insane. But I do want to go over some of these with you all. Again, the call-in link is in the chat. If you like to call in, talk about Ohio State football, talk about some bets you maybe have, or anything else, we can talk about it all here in the call-in show. So first, I want to go over this week 0 bet I have, and that is I am taking Iowa State +3 over Kansas State. Now, there's a lot of reasons why I have this outside of Kansas State being on the road. But here are the reasons why I have right here. And I posted this on X earlier, but these are the reasons why I have. So for the Cyclones being Iowa State, they have 4 upperclassmen offensive linemen. I think 3 or 4 of them are returning. Last year, they did have a really good run game. Their quarterback is a Rock, really athletic guy. Over 400 yards rushing last year. Had I think 9 rushing touchdowns, about 28 passing touchdowns. I really, really think that he's going to have a good game also. And at the same time, Kansas State does bring back Avery Johnson. Now, I was really big on Avery Johnson before last season. I've kind of teetered off that. I need to see it. And last year, I didn't see enough. Though I think he is really talented, specifically as a runner. I don't know why I couldn't get specifically out. But specifically as a runner, I really need to see him develop this season. And I'm going to get to another reason why. But also on Kansas State, they bring back their running back duo. That's huge, especially when you have the quarterback you have. You have a better offensive line. I think that is going to take the Cyclones a long way. On top of that, there's Rocco, by the way. Rocco Betcher is the quarterback for Iowa State. They do have new receivers, but at the same, there's a point I'm going to get to in a little bit on why that will not matter. And then on the defensive side, they bring back key guys on every single level, and they bring back most of their front seven. So that's Iowa State. Now let's get to Kansas State. So they return their slot receiver, and that's it. I don't think slot receivers are important. They do they give you the ability to take advantage of the middle of the field, but you do need outside weapons. I think a guy like like Avery Johnson, who is I would say pass accuracy deficient. I'm not sure how he's going to do with that, but that is another pass catcher that he has. They also lost their primary running back, and the yardage difference. And Tree, I see you in there. I'm going to bring you up here in a second. The yardage difference between the running back that left and the RB2 was 800 yards. So you're basically breaking in a new running back. But now Kansas State does bring back their starting 3 linemen and 3 of their 4 linebackers. They play a 3-4 defense, so that's a good thing for most people. Most teams in the Big 12 play that 3-4 defense. Tree Dog, you're a Michigan fan. You guys are very well aware of that from playing TCU. So yeah, that's all. Those are all those things. Now, these are the biggest 2 reasons why I have Iowa State covering here. And honestly, I really believe I could just pick Iowa State for the money line, but of course the +3 is a little bit safer. This game is played in Dublin, Ireland. Since 2012, there's been 6 games. Only 4 of them have been 50 or more points. And it's expected to rain that day. So with that being said, I do think Iowa State is going to be able to take advantage of that. I'm sorry. I'm also taking the under 51. That's why I'm taking ISU +3 and the under 51 for the Cyclones in the Kansas State game. But I do think that Iowa State is going to be taking advantage of this. I do think they have more weapons on offense. I trust Rocco more than I trust Avery Johnson. On top of that, when it comes to the rain, I think that's going to affect the pass game a little bit more. I think there's going to be a couple of fumbles on the field. I think the pass game is going to be lessened for Iowa State more so than it's going to be for Kansas State, because I don't even trust Kansas State's passing game to start with for this game. So yeah, my week 0 best bet: Iowa State +3 against Kansas State, and then also double it down, hit the under 51. Well, everybody, if you haven't already, please hit the like button, and also the call-in link is in there. And Richie, man, what's going on? Richie's in the chat, everybody. Good to see you in here, brother. Let's bring our first caller here. Tree, what is going on?
How's it going, man?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Bro, you smoking? Why is your voice like that?
I'm outside. It's probably echoing. Hold on, I'll walk inside. If it sounds crazy, I'll walk in my house. It's just
no, you sound good, man. You're fine. You're fine.
Well, I got clowned in the Menace chat earlier. They said I always sound like I'm drunk. I got flamed in there, Garrison. They got me today.
You was funny. I was on Johnny's show this past weekend, and it was late in the day, but I had like some stupid allergies, man. But I was that. Listen, I live in the state of Michigan. We have some great cannabis up here. Maybe I was a little high. They all thought I was drunk. I'm like, no, guys, no. I wish I was.
I heard you. I was watching. I was watching. I saw you getting a little loose last weekend.
Yeah, I was like, trust me, if I was drunk, I wouldn't be able to talk.
Yeah, exactly. I can't call in, dude. I'll be swearing in the chats or something, but I ain't calling in drunk.
So yeah, what's going on, bro?
Weekend, man.
I'll tell you. Listen, man. Like this isn't a promo for him, but no, listen, man. I'm here celebrating for week 1. Right here, nice. Everybody. This is actually my second favorite IPA behind Two Hearted. Two Hearted by Bells, of course. I'm biased that way, but it did. You like Two Hearted?
I've never really tried too many Michigan beers. Is that a Michigan one?
Dude, yeah. So wait, where are you from?
I live in Ohio. Remember?
You do. All right. So
we have like Great Lakes and a lot of Pennsylvania ones.
Yeah.
I haven't. Every time I'm in Michigan, though, I go up there with my friend, and he's my sober friend. He doesn't drink, so like he drives and stuff. But like when I'm with him, I kind of,
man, aren't they?
Yeah. But see, when I'm with him, I kind of take it easy. So like every time we come up to Ann Arbor, it's mostly me and him. So we partake of the other, but we don't drink too much.
No, so Two Hearted actually by Bells. Bells is in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Actually.
Oh, okay. I've had Bells. I've had their stuff before. I'm gonna try
Well,
to. I
probably
have to check and
Oberon,
see.
probably.
Mm.
Well,
It
like
was a
two.
blonde.
Okay, well, like Two Heart has been voted one of the probably it's been voted the best beer in America for some years now.
I'll have to try it out.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
but this.
drink much, but I like a good like
Oh yeah.
craft beer. I used to work I went to culinary school, man. I used to work in a place that was all craft beer. It turned me
Oh
into a
wait,
beer
so
snob.
you know what a some not what a cicerone is? You know, yeah, so you know what a sommelier is, like a wine expert.
Yes,
So
yeah.
I'm actually a level 2 cicerone. I'm a beer
Oh,
expert.
okay, yeah. See,
Yeah.
that's front of the house. I'm a chef, so like
Oh,
we're like,
nice.
yeah, we're like in the same ballpark. So, dude, I called in because, dude,
Mhm.
I don't know, man. I wish it wasn't overseas, but I'm super pumped about that Iowa State and Kansas State game. Like
Yeah.
two great quarterbacks. I like both quarterbacks, but I think I agree with you. I think Rocco, I like him a little bit better than Avery,
Same. Oh yeah,
but
same here.
I mean, also when I look at that game, I think Iowa State's just better. They're better coached, just a little bit better. It's going to
I
be a
agree.
big spotlight for both teams. Iowa State's kind of more used to that. I'm kind of leaning them. But my secret game this week that I'm really looking forward to, not gonna lie, is the UNLV. I kind of want to see what happens with my man down there playing playing QB. I want to see if it was really a
You talking about orgy?
yeah. See if there's an orgy in the end zone. You know, I'm anxious to see how he does. I really am. He seems like such a great kid. I feel like Michigan did him wrong, man. I do. I don't think he was ever going to be the freaking guy that they maybe projected him to be, but I
Uh-huh.
definitely think that all right, if the UNLV coaching staff like truly believes in him, you'll know because he won't be afraid to throw the football.
I promise you, they're going to be. Listen, all right. Let me talk to you about Alex Orgy. So Alex Orgy in high school threw 48%. Okay.
Yeah, it's bad. I remember.
Yeah, and if you're in high school throwing 48%, it is hard for me to believe you can make a jump to
Yeah,
around even 62, 63, right?
I agreed.
On top of that, I can't I will never get over watching this throw live
Yeah,
because it pissed me off and I hate you guys. When he threw that ball to the it was a 4-yard pass to the flat, wide open. I think it was Samaj, I think. And that ball fell short 5 yards and he killed a worm with it. I do at that moment in time, I felt vindicated. And I listen, man, I don't prey on anybody's downfall. These are still kids to me, like age wise.
right,
But I
right.
knew I was, but I knew what I was talking about.
When you want to be right about someone, if you're right, you're right. I get it. I'm like that too. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When they brought Alex Orgy in, I thought that he was going to be a tight end. I did. I thought
Dude,
Jaden Denegal would have been the quarterback commit from that class that they would have
uh-huh.
probably primarily focused on, and that Orgy. I really thought he was going to be a tight end. I did. So I was surprised. I wasn't surprised that he was a gadget guy. I was like, oh, that's the perfect role for him. Like when he would come in and sub JJ McCarthy and like run for like 20 yards. But I didn't see it really with him with the running because he never really had breakaway speed to me.
He's not, dude, and that's what was more surprising. So shout out to my best friend Lawson. He's a big Wolverine fan. He's down in Austin, Texas. We were talking about this, about how Alex isn't even an effective runner.
He's not. That should have been a touchdown in the Ohio State game. If that was Bryce Underwood, even as
Oh,
a
he's
freshman,
gone,
touchdown.
dude. I'll tell you what. If that was Tate Forcier, that would have been a touchdown.
Exactly, dude. I just he didn't even get caught from behind. He got ran down like laterally. I'm like, dude,
He's not,
I
dude.
like that was the point right there where I was happy, but I was thinking like, man, that might be the best play we have against them all day because it was looking pretty bleak
You're wrong. Were you
defensively.
wrong?
But
Were
I
you
was,
wrong?
I was. But I was like, at that moment, I was like, oh, and then it was like 3 and out right after that. So, but yeah, I'm anxious to see. I mean, UNLV doesn't have my boy down there no more. I forget his name. The coach that runs that. What's he? It's the Go offense. He's not there anymore.
Yeah.
But
No. Like when Tate Martell was there.
yeah, what's that coach's name?
I don't know.
Oh man.
I'm telling you, bro. UNLV is where quarterbacks go to die.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
Well,
And, you know, and speaking of Alex Orji, real quick, I wanna show this. Shout out to Bingo Bongo. What delusion? Orji has a massive arm and is more physically gifted than anyone in OSU's QB room. Did you not know? That was July 11th, 2024.
Oh man.
But
yeah, I'd have saved that one too. I think he might have been the only Michigan fan that was really saying that. Because
no, he wasn't. I have a whole list of.
I'll tell you what. I was at the spring game last year, and I left the spring game thinking like, there's no way that Davis Warren isn't the starter. Like, I didn't understand. Like, I've heard you say it too. I mean, I don't know how we got on Michigan. I'm gonna end it after this.
No, we're talking football, man. We're talking football. You're fine.
Any other team, he'd have been the starter all season. Like, they would have done the same thing with Orji they did with the year before, because obviously he wasn't going to run. And I think Davis would have gotten a little bit better, and he would have had more confidence in his throw. When you yank a quarterback after every mistake, they're going to be so afraid of making a mistake, you're not going to ever get their best. I just thought that was a bad decision. I don't know who did it. I mean, obviously Sharon Moore condoned it, so it definitely falls on him. But I just don't think that we'll see that kind of situation this year with Underwood. I think if he struggles against Oklahoma, they're still going to stay with him. I just don't. For one, they don't have anybody else, not in my opinion. But for two, I think they kind of learn their lesson, and it's all chips in the bag right now. You know, on the table. My bad. I'm hungry.
No, you're fine. Real quick, Aaron, I see you in there. What's going on? He says Michigan sucks at developing quarterbacks. You are not lying. Alex Miller. And you know what's funny about that? Actually, real quick, I was listening to Jay Butt and Devin Gardner's new show.
Oh, dude, wasn't that such a good podcast though?
It was. I really respect those two. I really like them.
I love those guys, man. I'm so glad they did that.
And by the way, Devin Gardner.
Right before I tuned you in. I was watching them right before I came on here. I got like 20 minutes left.
Yeah. No, real quick, man. Devin Gardner, if you ever see this, man, look. You blocked me. I think it was your junior year. I was a freshman playing college football at St. Francis, and I did get a chance to watch that. Like, I got to watch back that game when you threw the interception. And I went on Twitter, what was called at the time, and I let you have it all day. And you blocked me. I really respect you. Please unblock me. Right. I would love to have you on the show. Now, no, he's cool, man. He's cool.
No, I don't blame you. That's what's up. Devin is the man, dude. I watch him and Sam Webb's show, but Sam gets on my nerves so bad. But I really watch it for DG. I like DG so much. No, just DG. Such a cool dude. Some Ohio State fans get mad at his commentary. I've never heard him be biased, but whatever. I like it.
Devin?
Yeah.
Dude, Devin, first off, Devin's fun to listen to. And then I think Jay Butt's my top 5 right now when it comes to calling games. I truly enjoy listening to him. I want to read this real quick from Mike. And by the way, Matthew Mel, I see you in there, bro. What's going on? And same to you, Alex. Glad to see you here also. But Mike 3A3 says, Iowa State, Kansas State is such an underrated game pertaining to the playoffs because everyone is looking ahead to the Big Ten SEC matchups like Ohio State versus Texas or LSU versus ACC Clemson. I agree. And you were saying this early, Tree. You were saying
that's a big game, dude. That's a big time game. And I'm super pumped for that game.
And in the chat, who do you guys have winning? Like, I went over it earlier. It is one of my it's the game I did put money on already. I'm pretty confident in this right now. I have Iowa State +3, and I also have taken it under 51 right now. The game in Ireland. My reasons for that, you can rewind and put it, but the reason for the under 51, it is supposed to rain that day in Ireland. The only time that week it's supposed to rain, actually. I did look it up. I am a degenerate. I'm a sicko like that when it comes to this stuff. I'm
not as bad as you, but I'm close.
And then also there's been 6 games since 2012 that have been played in Dublin. Only 2 of those 6 games have been 50+ points.
Oh,
over 50 points actually. So I just can't see it. And actually, do I have you for a little bit, Dree?
Yeah, I'll hang out, dude. I was waiting for you. waiting for your show to start, man.
Well, man, right here, these are my week 1 bets. I already put them in. What do you think? I have Syracuse plus 13.5 against at Tennessee. Then I have well, tell me, what do you think about that one? If you know anything,
I like Syracuse, man. I do. I think they have a good coach. I think they were a few plays away from actually being a playoff team, man. I mean, they had like a couple bad losses, but I mean, so did everybody else in that conference. every team in the ACC had at least one terrible loss, even the eventual champs. So I mean, I like Syracuse personally. I like them in that game too. 13. Oh man, week 1. I don't know. That's some degenerate right there. But if you're going to bet that game, I like that.
well, and also, there's a Syracuse's quarterback, Angeli, who was at Notre Dame last year.
Oh, that's you know what? No, yeah, good bet. I forgot they got him, dude. I forgot all about that.
Was it the Georgia game when he came in for that drive after what's his nuts got injured? Hurt, and he came in there slinging. I said, "Who the hell is this guy?" And I really think that when I saw that in Tennessee, I mean, they got UCLA's quarterback from last year. He's pretty good, but and also I love Fran Brown. I love Fran Brown.
Me too, dude. I know all the Michigan fans were pissed about Calvin Russell going there, but to me, it made a lot of sense. That kid's mentality is a lot closer to what you see from Fran Brown than to Sherrone Moore, and it just made sense to me. I had a feeling he was going to go to Syracuse. Mm-hmm. Fran Brown seems like the kind of coach that is going to be like. I don't know that the kid had anything against Sherrone Moore, but I could see him gravitating more. I mean, they throw the ball a lot. Like a whole lot. They're more up-tempo offense. He fits that scheme probably better than Michigan. Michigan was selling him on really an unproven, like basically like this is what we can be, but Syracuse kind of has the example of what they are. So yeah, I like them this year. I mean, I liked them last year. I was rooting for them really more out of spite because I wanted to see Honda McCord do his thing. I like talking shit there, but
I'm a Cal McCord. I love Cal. So
man,
I'm happy he left, but I like him.
Yeah. I think that like his skill set is good. I just don't think he was ready for the pressure of being an Ohio State quarterback.
And that's why I think he's a good quarterback, but everybody's built for that job.
Yeah. I mean, dude, you're going to get death threats.
Yeah.
If you throw it, you could win a game. You could win an Ohio State game as a quarterback, but throw 3 interceptions, and somebody's going to be fucking pissed.
So Jam, she says, Toledo go Rockets.
Ooh.
I got Kentucky 7.5. I just listen,
dude. I got my head cracked messing with Toledo, man. Toledo. What was their coach's name? I don't think he's there anymore. Is he still there?
I wouldn't even know.
I don't.
I'm a Western Michigan supporter.
Oh yeah, I forget they had a good year a couple years ago, and I bet
you talking about they had that quarterback.
The
Quan Fish.
He's at
he fell off. It was I hate that he went to someone in the Big 12, I think.
Is it Colorado?
No, he went somewhere.
No, that's not him. That's the Michigan kid.
Yeah.
That's the other quarterback. I forget. He fell off. He's buried on a depth chart somewhere. But he was nice for a season, and I was riding high on them, dude. They were killing MAC teams. Like they had crazy point spreads, and like my friends, like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Dude, Toledo." It was Toledo, and last year it was Mississippi State, dude. Mississippi State was like the cover busters all last year. Like I like to find like little teams like that. Like every spread that Mississippi State played, they lost. But the spreads were like 14 points. They lose by 7 all season last year, bro. I like to find teams like that, like just a little sleeper team that's like they might not be very good, but they're like good enough not to get beat as bad as they're expected to every week.
Right.
That's where you find them. That's where you find a good little groove to get into betting a team like that.
Mike, Ohio State might have a slump game versus UCLA and Nico 2 games before the game. I'll be damned. No. I think we will put hands and feet on them. At the end of the day, they still don't have they don't have the horses, man.
It's UCLA. They don't have they
Yeah,
have the skill players. I like some of their skill players. They just don't have the line. They don't have the trench play for me.
they don't got
They
any
get,
ass in the back. That's the problem. You need that.
yeah, you do. And their first of all, their offensive line is not very good at all. And their defensive line has a couple of players, but it's just like they haven't really got it together the way you'd want to see from them. And yeah, I would I would bet the farm on Ohio State in that game.
Man. I appreciate you hanging up here, man. I got two people waiting right now.
Oh, okay, man. You got some other
But,
callers? No doubt, man.
man.
Shout out. I'll talk to you next week, or maybe I'll
Appreciate
call
you,
it
man.
Johnny's show and talk to you then.
Most definitely, bro. You have a good day.
Appreciate you, bro.
Before we continue, also everybody, if you're just reaching in here, please go ahead and hit that like button. Also, if you could go ahead and take that YouTube link right there and go ahead and share it on your social medias. If you could go ahead and so we can expand the community. If you want to, you could also become a member here at the Voice of College Football. Our members are doing the Block O Club. JT wasn't short because Juju he wasn't. And also, we don't give a damn, and you know the rest. Juju, that would be Michigan, which you are. Yes, I see you down there, bro. But yeah, real quick, everybody, before we continue, best message here from the Voice of College Football. Get your business, product, service, or personal brand to the next level by partnering with the Voice of College Football. And let's discuss how you also can reach your target market. The Voice of College Football is a growing network with a large following, so let's find out how we can help you grow with us. Check out the experience of one of our agencies one of our sponsors being Win Agency, posted here on the screen. And just like them, we are here to deliver for you. Contact us at sponsorships@vocfb.com. Again, that is sponsorships at vocfb.com today. All right, my guy, Caden, what is going on?
Hey, my guy, Garrison, what's up?
So we're not doing any Mark Sanders today.
Hey, I apologize about last week. That was a pre-recording I did for like a month ago that I actually played, and it was like, oh crap.
Oh, I feel you. What's going on, man? What's on your mind?
Well, I'm sitting out by the highway, out by on Route 29 here, about to go into Hardee's here, to eat. But you know, I wanted to give.
What are you gonna order?
I'm probably just gonna eat a cheeseburger or something.
No bacon.
Probably some bacon or no bacon. It depends.
Okay, I was gonna say, what are you, a commie? But continue.
What? I'm out sitting out by Hardee's.
No, but what's going on? What's on your mind?
Oh, you know what? I just wanted to talk about the August 30th game. I think that everybody just wants to know about what's going on with the August 30th game. In my opinion, I've told several people this about the August 30th game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Doreen, how are you? If you didn't know, Garrison, I told Doreen I live right here in London, Ohio, about 25 miles south of Columbus here.
Oh, nice. So what were you saying about Texas?
Everybody's hyping up Arch Manning too much, and Feinbaum and everybody else in the SEC network is calling him like the chosen one, just because of his lineage and because of who his name belongs to. Crap, sorry about dropping my phone there for a second. But I don't absolutely give a damn about his lineage or his heritage. I don't give a damn about his family. That's big in the SEC. Until he wins against Ohio State, he can't be talking all this big game just because on social media he's like, oh, like he's the chosen one. Like he's going to take Texas to a national championship game and win it. The problem is he's lost to two of the best teams in the college football, OSU and Georgia. Matthew Miller, you want a score prediction? Ohio State 49, Texas 17.
Oh, come on.
Hey, call me a moron for it, but I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. And Matthew Miller, can you do me a favor, son? In the words of my friend, the 7-foot dead man, You need to lighten up in the ass before you step up to this OG of OSU, buddy. So,
you're 20.
Hey, I've been born. I'm old school on the inside, but unfortunately, I was trapped in the wrong time, buddy.
Okay. So yeah, no,
I tell people that.
No, but you're right though. Listen, there is a lot of hype around him. And honestly, it's definitely me, right? I think if Julian Sand was still at Bama, because Nick Saban has stayed at Alabama, Julian Sand would have stayed there also. And I think if had he done that, I think he would be having the same type of hype right now, honestly. But,
no, you're right, Garrison. You're right, but you know what? We'll never know the answer because Coach Saban is A, retired, B, Caleb DeBoer took the ranks from Saban, who, in my opinion, and I think anybody on this network can say, you know, he's one of the greatest of all time. But honestly, I said,
who's one of?
I said Saban is one of the greatest coaches of all time.
Wait, one of or the?
One of.
Oh, okay.
Besides Urban Meyer.
Oh, good God.
What? I have my opinions, Garrison. Respect my opinion.
I respect your opinions. Hey, this is a free country. This is a free country and a free show.
And you know what? I told this to somebody. If you can't respect my opinions, get out and get lost. I tell people that.
You can't do that. This is my show.
I'm just saying, that's just what I tell people on a daily basis. If you can't respect what I say and respect what I have to say, you know, get out and get lost.
I feel you.
But you know what? Oh, come on, Johnny Olden. Don't be starting crap up in here. Don't be starting crap up in here.
Man, but like, let me ask you this question. So you said 49-17. Tell me how you think the game goes.
Ohio State's defense, first of all, if Texas starts the ball on offense, Ohio State's defense is going to be starting doing more blitz plays. They're going to start rushing, arch manning more. They're going to probably put 6 or 7 guys in the line, you know, be able to disguise like blitzes and maybe do some man-to-man blitz coverage. That's what they're going to particularly do. And Ohio State's defense has been doing that since they won the national title game. But you know what? Ohio State's defense is winning that game. They're going to win that game early, and then, you know, Ohio State's offense is just going to cut them wide open in the fourth quarter. Because all 3 quarters, that's all the defense.
I'll tell you what. If this were to happen, Matthew Miller would have to hide from me. He would have to hide from me.
No, he would have to hide from me because I predicted Texas getting their carcass kicked.
Well, shoot, man. I gotta get to the next caller here. You got any lasting thoughts, right, or before you leave?
Yeah, a little message to Texas fans, including Matthew Miller. And I know you're probably somewhere in Austin, Texas, hiding your little 5'7" carcass. But I'm gonna tell you a little piece of advice, Matthew. Before you start overhyping Arch Manning, consider the fact you got Ohio State and Georgia twice on your schedule again, which is the SEC title game against Georgia. And we all know that's going to be Georgia dog walking your carcasses and leaving you in a puddle of your own blood, carcass, and everything else, like organs, lungs, and everything else, and even and even your own crap.
Oh, good.
The bottom line. Hey, Garrison, that's the bottom line because the Diesel Freak said so, and that's my signature.
You gotta say it the right way. And that's the bottom line. You gotta say it the right way, bro. Come on.
Oh, you want me to say it the right way? And that's the bottom line because the Diesel Freak said so. Is that enough for you? Or am I crystal clear enough?
That was good. All right.
Hey, Garrison, I'll leave it to you, buddy. Go Bucks and screw Michigan, screw Texas, screw Notre Dame, and let's win that natty, baby.
Damn right. Appreciate you, Kate. Have a good night, man.
Take it easy.
Oh, man. I'll tell you what. I wish I had that much confidence to say we're beating them 49-0. But real quick, everybody, if you haven't already, please go ahead and like, share, subscribe to the channel. And one more quick message from Mark before we continue.
College football is even more exciting when you've got some action on the line, and the games are even better when you're cashing in. And the Voice of College Football is the place to be to get the greatest value. Start with my picks. 75% against the money line, 58% against the spread, and I've got a 40-plus year track record. 11-0 in the college football playoff for me last year against the money line, 8-3 against the spread. And I'm just the warm-up act. Steve Merrill of Wager Talk is our ace in the hole, show stopper. 7 years with the voice of college football, over 30 years in the industry. Steve gives us analysis on all the big games, but you can't miss Steve's weekly under-the-radar pick. 28-12 against the spread the last 3 years. You also get picks from some of our top analysts here at the Voice of College Football, including Corey Bratta, Matt Zemek, and Steve Dace. Check out those numbers. Become a YouTube or Patreon member for just $99 per month. Go to the main channel on YouTube, click join, and then select a betting tier. Do the same thing on Patreon. Make 2025 a winner now.
All right, everybody, before we continue, I just want to read some of these real quick. Shout out to Sage Ohio. He says Texas 17, Ohio State 27. Yeah, and I see some other scores here. I'm more closer to that. I actually don't think either of these teams will score over 25 points. I've said that now for maybe a couple months. Week one is usually not pretty for teams. I always harken back to that 2021 Clemson Georgia game. It wasn't as ugly as it was less points than what we did against the Wolverines last year in that game. But it was low scoring games. I don't think it's gonna be that low scoring, but I have something around 20-17. The spot says Texas versus Ohio State, 27-21 Buckeyes. And the spot I've never seen before, but glad you can join the show. Some guy who does the hosting for the Texas at the Voice of College Football, Matthew Miller, says 23-17. I'm not sure what that emoji is. I think it's a rock on emoji, so I'm not sure who he thinks is going to win the game. Oh yes, some news here. Asian Posh Queen Doreen. I say Queen Doreen, but Doreen. Also, if you haven't already, everybody, check it out on Sundays at 9:00 with Doreen and Minnie, with the ladies at the Voice of Ladies of College Football. My God, Ladies of College Football. You guys can check them out there. Go ahead and check them out. Awesome football conversation. Become a member also there if you would love to. And at the same time, we don't ask anybody to just give us money. The only thing we ask monetarily is that you hit the like button and subscribe. We are not Dr. Umar here begging for your money, everybody. That is not what we do. Moose, hello to my guy. Good to see you in here. Says, I got Texas winning 24-14. Yeah, again, it's impossible for me to see anybody winning this game by 10 plus points. I just can't see it. Now, before we continue, I got two more calls, and I'm definitely going to bring you guys up. I just want to finish this real quick. And it was my and we'll be quick on this. These are the rest of my best bets for week one. So we talked Kentucky Toledo, just can't see 7.5 points. That's just not going to happen. Washington versus Colorado State. I have over the 52.5. Washington's going to be able to score that ball. We all know that. But I also think Colorado State over the last few years, they have shown to have some type of offense, to have some. So they've been able to move the ball down the field. I do think they're going to be able to do that at least a little bit against Washington, especially in garbage time. And I definitely think Washington is going to get between 40 to 50 points, so hit the 52.5 over on there. Miami versus Notre Dame. This game is at Miami. I said I'm taking Notre Dame with -2.5. Miami, new receiving core, though they did bring some guys out of the portal. I'm just not that confident in it. I do love Carson Beck. I think he's a really good quarterback. I think he gets way too much hate. I think they're going to have a good offensive line, they have a stable of running backs, one of them being Mark Fletcher, who I really want to come out of high school, coming to Ohio State. But their defense is not going to be there. The defense is going to suck. And I have a lot of faith in CJ Carr. And though, my guy Juju, and shout out to my guy Sam, they both disagree with me on this. But I told Sam earlier, I think the confidence that he puts in Michigan, he should be putting in Notre Dame. So, because Notre Dame is a better team than them right now, and as of right now, I would have more faith putting CJ Carr out there than a freshman quarterback. And then my last one, this is my proceed with caution bet, but I've already put money down on this. I'm taking North Carolina money line versus TCU. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me how. I'm taking it. It's not because I believe in Bill Belichick. It's because North Carolina still has some players on their team that still have a lot of talent on that team. TCU, listen, I'm just not a believer in them. Some people are. Some people think they can win the Big 12 this year. I'm more along the lines of either Kansas State, Texas Tech, or my favorite, Arizona State, to win it this year. But yeah, those are my best bets right there. Now let's continue with the show. My guy Drew, what's going on, bro?
Man, what's the word?
What man? Hey, listen. What's the word? You guys lost the left tackle. You're down bad. No,
Bro,
I'm not.
man, I don't know why people
I ain't right. I hope he gets better soon, man.
I don't know why people are tripping about that too much. I mean,
Well,
I hope.
because you know why.
I mean, look.
Do I need to bring up the video?
For what?
That TJ Guy interview video. Do I need to bring that up so we can look at specifically one player?
Which one?
Did you see that video?
Bro, I've been swamped at work, bro. Like,
you're right. Hold up. I'm gonna find it, bro.
When was this?
This was maybe a few days ago, right? And TJ Guy did it was like a short interview on why is my X screen white? This is so weird.
On Andrew Babalola?
No. Hold up, you're gonna see it. Hold on 1 second.
Maybe I've seen it.
This is crazy. It's specifically there's a player on here who looks like trash. I can't.
Oh, you talking about the when he speed rushed Evan Link? Bro, the first one he beat him bad. The second one where he speed rushed him, I mean, that's bro. Quarterback steps up in the pocket, that's over.
I think he just sucks, bro.
Bro, also TJ Guy is a damn good edge. Like, I don't know what we're.
I'm not gonna call him damn good. I think he's a pretty good guy. I think he's a jag.
Anyway, like with the left tackle situation, like I think Evan Link is obviously not gonna be all Big Ten, but I think he's gonna be improved. He's a damn good run blocker. He's a guard playing tackle for one. You can't win like that.
I mean, so is Donovan Jackson. We won a national championship that way.
So did we with 4 guards. Anybody ever remember Carson Barnhart?
That's a different type of O-line that you have now.
No, I know. I'm saying that in that year we won with 4 guards, bro. We won with Carson Barnhart at tackle. But
with JJ quarterback, that's how you win.
The offensive line still got a block, bro.
Barely.
Stop, bro. They're a top 20 offensive line with 4 guards. Anyway, I think the left tackle thing is being blown out of proportion just a little bit. I do think we're going to struggle. That's going to be the weak link of the offense. But like Andrew Babalola's situation, like it's unfortunate, but I think people are blowing out of proportion. Like this guy was not, in my opinion, he was not going to play this year. And he was not.
Everything that was coming out of camp,
bro. I'm telling you. Garrison, this man has had 3 years of football.
I agree with you. But clearly, and from people who are in the know, who have been talking to the coaches, now, unless you want to tell me that Sherrone Moore is still a pathological liar.
No, he was in the mix, of course, bro. He's too talented not to be in the mix. But I think Blake Frazier would be more ready than him.
Andrew Sprague.
Like, Andrew Sprague starting already on the other.
He's small. He needs to pack on some weight, bro.
Like, who are you talking about?
I don't want to say he's too small.
Who?
Blake Frazier, but from what I'm hearing,
he's 300.
No. Listen to from what I'm hearing, people have said he needs to put more weight on. As if he's elite, this is what I'm hearing, bro. That 300 don't look like 300.
No, he's very athletic. Like I said, it wasn't the thing was always putting on weight. You're right about that. But he's around the 300 mark. I mean, you think, bro, he only needs about 10 more pounds. Like
maybe he's not strong enough. Maybe he's like Crippen.
Because he's athletically gifted. Like,
so basically he's Crippen.
No, bro. He's way better than Crip, bro. Like from athletic profile, bro. He came in at like 245, 250. So putting on that weight but he's gonna be way more ready, bro. Shout out to Richie. He's gonna be way more ready. And I think if anything, bro, you slide Sprague to left, bro. You put Frazier at right, and bro, you move Evan Link to guard.
Hey, real 1 second, Juju. Mike Anderson, what did I tell you about cussing on my platform, man? Stop doing that here.
But yeah, in reality, I'm not gonna lie, Garrison. I think it's for competition purposes, I think Andrew Babylon and Frazier have pushed Evan Link. In this camp, I don't think Evan Link, it was by default like last season. I think he won the job. Like, he went out and won the job. So I don't know. Not a lot of people are talking about right guard, bro, but right guard is like, we still haven't figured that out.
I do. I've talked about it, but if Garrison says it, what Michigan fans say, it's a lie. It's
But
not.
I will say, I think Afobe is going to be good. Like, I think he's going to be. I mean, he was moving Rayshon Benny around. Like, where I was watching his person.
Real quick, Moose, that is the pot calling the kettle black. That right there, you saying that is the pot calling the kettle black. Because I've seen your opinion on the Oklahoma.
Okay, I want to talk about this, Gears, just real quickly before I get to my final point that I want to talk about. This whole notion that, Oklahoma this, Oklahoma that, right? I have them picked week 2 specifically because they have more experience at quarterback. But they have 4 spots on the offensive line not figured out.
I know.
We have 1.
2.
Right guard's going to be a phobia.
As long as Evan Leak is, well.
The only reason that I don't have confidence is he's going to be going against an all SEC type caliber edge. But I mean all SEC type defensive line. I said edge. But and it's going to be Venables defense. But there's ways around it. You can get around one guy. You can't get around 2, in my opinion. But 4, bro, you cannot hide 4 offensive linemen.
What?
4 offensive linemen, Garrison? Hell no. You can't hide that.
No.
Bro, John Mateer is going to be running for his life.
Would you agree with me on this? Well, okay, right. Stop right there. What's the only way to hide it?
The only what?
What's the only way to hide that?
Bro, you're going to have to run.
Huh?
Garrison, you can't hide 4 offensive linemen.
No, but I'm asking you if there's any way to do so, what would it be? To have what at quarterback?
No, a mobile quarterback. I can say the same for Bryce. But in reality, you got it, bro. You have to be able to run the ball.
He would start right now, though. Like there's a difference between him and Bryce right now with the fact that
it's experience,
and also we can't discredit this. And again, I understand what you're saying. He does have his offensive coordinator,
of course, but I agree with all that, and I do think they're going to be clicking because it's the continuity's there.
That ball's going to be out fast. I'll tell you that much.
But what I will say to you, hell yeah, it works out fair. What I will say to you, you can't hide 4 offensive linemen, especially in the red zone. Run the ball, bro. This works in our favor. They're not going to be able to score touchdowns in my opinion because you're going to have to run the ball. If there's not explosive plays, bro, you get down in that red zone. You both know you got to be able to run the ball.
I'm asking, but will you?
Yes, we're gonna be able to run the ball. Run blocking has never been an issue with any.
Last year it was,
bro. We had no continuity.
But it was. And listen, as much as I like Giovanni Ohadi, right? He still got to prove it, bro. He's got to
prove it, but
he hasn't done shit since his freshman year.
He's been behind greats, but
Evan Link, let's be honest. About 60 to 70% of your fan base already thinks he's trash. I honestly probably more than that, and the only person that talks glowingly about him is Isaiah Hole.
I don't know, bro. I think he's gonna be average this year, and I think that's gonna be what we need.
Like what happened? This is the biggest question, though. It's the same thing Devin Gardner said last season. Do you? I'm not going to ask what you think because as of right now, it doesn't really matter what we think. We have to see if this offensive line can go against stacked boxes.
Well, it helps with that. An OC that can actually open the game up. But we haven't had a quarterbacks coach, a wide receiver coach under Jim Harbaugh in a very long time.
So Devin Gardner talked about that today. Him and Jake Butt did.
Yeah, I watched that too.
Yeah, and they talked about that actually. I thought it was a really good conversation.
Bro, the shit was a mess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys told us that he was I mean, by the way, everybody, for some odd reason, Juju doesn't think Ryan Day is a quarterback guru. But at the same, but the ass backwards part of it is that it's his fan base that was telling us from the time that Jim Harbaugh got to Ann Arbor that Jim Harbaugh. No, stand on
I
that.
was pushing propaganda, bro. Don't do that.
More propaganda pushing. I'm taking you for your word now. But Juju, was it not your fan base that said from the get-go that Jim Harbaugh was a quarterback developer?
Oh yeah.
And we all found out that wasn't true.
No, I'm glad I wasn't on that edge of that panel.
It was almost like people didn't. It was almost like people didn't know that Andrew Luck was going to be that good no matter where he went.
Well, bro, I literally. This is why I said I don't know why people do this from college to pros. I separate the two because what you do in college has nothing to do. Like when you go to the pros, good luck, bro. My obligation is to Michigan. I don't care what you do in the pros. Like good luck. What you do in college, man.
Yeah, because you have an obligation to the Aints.
Yeah, bro. Hey, your Buckeyes be on there, so you can't disrespect too much.
I'm a Cowboy.
Yeah. By the way, Chris Olave is a wide receiver too, and he's nothing more than that.
Who wide receiver one for y'all?
No, I'm saying like he's wide receiver one for us, but he's a wide receiver two.
Or maybe you guys should get him a real quarterback. How about that,
bro? I ain't gonna lie. A couple of those concussions were definitely
bro
on Carr, but
hospital balls, bro.
But bro, 3 of his concussions were on just him.
That's not, bro. Chris Olave falls when contact comes. What are you talking about? He's been doing this since college.
Yeah, bro. He
will catch. What? Say, huh?
Trust me, bro. I watch him close. Like I like Chris Olave on my Saints, but we need a alpha wide receiver. Like he's not a wide receiver one.
Hey, well, all right.
Nico Collins is a wide receiver one. We need to go get him.
Nico Collins has a stud quarterback. But before I bring the next caller, man, what you got anything you'll leave us with?
Oh yeah, my final point. Which real quickly, by the way, CJ Stroud had a down year, and Nico Collins still produced. Anyway,
no, but why did CJ have a down year? Why did he? Let me ask you.
That doesn't fit my narrative.
No, did he lose all his offensive linemen?
Yeah, but it doesn't fit my narrative.
Oh my, you're disgusting.
Anyway, my final thought. I seen who will have a better season. Bryce are saying, and I think Sand is going to have a better season because he's more around him. But I think it's going to be very clear who the better player is year one. Then you got to separate the two, and I know you know how to do that. And you're not going to do it.
I do. No. I do. And if I have to, I will. But all right. Again, this is why I hate the conversation that's going on around Julian Sands, especially from the national media, and then from honestly. It's really just national media and you Wolverine fans. Because I had a great conversation today in the SEC space.
Wait. Before you go quickly, who did Sand sit behind? Well, I can't remember. Who did Sand sit behind at Bama?
Nobody.
He came in as a freshman and then transferred. Right?
He was there for a hot bagel and a coffee.
Did he sit there for a season though?
No, he transferred.
He
went
right. No, I was just making sure.
He left before spring ball really even started.
And then
because Kalen DeBoer got there.
Yeah.
Kalen DeBoer's
I don't know why he didn't stay. He should have.
Do you know the story? And Rob, I see you down. I'm gonna get you up here and get you.
I don't know the story, but I would have stayed, man. He would have fit that system way better than.
No, I'll tell you what happened. So before that even happened, right? Before DeBoer came, Miss Terry, who is Nick Saban's wife, she went to the Sand family and said, "We wish we had your son here against Texas when Jalen Milroe threw that game away." She said that.
No way.
Then Nick Saban leaves.
It's Terry.
And Kalen DeBoer comes in, right? And when Kalen DeBoer came in, he also brought his freshman quarterback from Washington, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you already have Julian Sand, who was handpicked by Nick Saban and Bill O'Brien, Nick Saban. That was his heir apparent. That was his next guy. And mind you, Sark also really wanted him too, really wanted him. So did Ryan Day. And Kalen DeBoer in his first meeting with Julian Sand. In the first couple minutes, asked him how he spelled his name. Now, I don't know if you're like me, Juju, but if I am Julian Sand, I'm Garrett Caddy. The only other quarter, like I'm right there, talent. Like everybody says, I'm right there with DJ Lagway and Dylan Raiola. Coming on my
which I don't agree with.
But he is
DJ Lagway. Nah,
wait, Lagway I think is different, right? But in all three,
Raiola's cool. I'm cool with that.
All three of them have their different skill sets. Like if you really want me to tell you who I think he is, I think he has a Drew Brees type of ceiling. I think he has the same type of skill set. That's what I was saying.
The greatest of all time, by the way.
So if I'm Garrison Gaddy, and everyone knew me out of high school, and I know your ass did. I know your monkey ass did. You look before you get to a college, you would assume, right, Juju, that the guy looked at the roster and who's at Alabama, correct?
Of course.
He would, especially knowing who the quarterbacks are, right?
But the wide receivers, that room just declined and declined.
And you have the nerve to ask me how my fucking last name is spelled?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of crazy.
I
already told you like how I feel about Canada Boy. I don't think he's what he souped up to be.
And by the way, you know how everybody talks about how we pay for our transfers and all that, right? He called Ryan Day and said, "Do you have room for me?" I don't think. Listen, man. I think there's a lot of. I think you guys. If Nick Saban was still at Alabama,
he'd still be there,
and Julian Sand was still there, you wouldn't be talking as greasy as you are about him right now. You wouldn't. And neither
honestly, I wouldn't even
neither with the national media.
I wouldn't pay no mind to him because he's not even in our conference.
No, you wouldn't. But when you see that sexy ass quick release, there's he
can have that quick release. He's gonna be running for his life.
You know who I was talking to? It was somebody in Monday show's chat for the TJ and John. And someone said he has a low release. I'm like, no. If you want to see a low release, go watch Jaden Davis.
Yeah, I don't know why anybody would say that when we have Jaden Davis sitting in our room, but it's okay. Our quarterback room will never be a problem.
Jaden Davis is going to be a really good player at Davenport University in Caledonia, Michigan in next year.
It's cool. We got Bryce Underwood for 3 years, then we're handing it off to Peter Bohr.
Watch after Sharon Moore misses the playoffs and shits the bed the next year. Bayou Bryce.
Bro, I don't know why people say that man is never leaving, bro.
Bayou Bryce.
He's literally never leaving, and that's the ass kicking is coming in A2. Y'all leaving A2 with Prince.
If we beat you, you gonna make a friendly before I bring on Rob here. You want to make a friendly wager today?
Bro, we can make any wager you want.
Whoever loses has to shave their head. So I love having my curls. I love having my long hair. You know, if I look, and I know you love your hair. A Puerto Rican ass. I know.
Shit.
So whoever loses shaves their head.
Like, can it be like
no
a low fade?
One guard. No lineup.
No line. Okay, that's crazy, good. That is crazy,
bro. I've done. Well, wait, stop.
Okay, do line up and I'll do it.
Wait, hold on one second, because I want to bring Rob up here before we let your ass out of here. Rob, you know what's crazy about Juju saying no to this and acting like it's crazy? And everybody in the chat, I want you to understand something. I have lost a bet to my best friend Bryce over the last few years during the Michigan game. I've had to wear a Michigan crop top to a bar. Had to sing "Hail to the Victors" live on a show.
Okay, that's not that bad.
And then wear another crop top. That was my girlfriend's sweater. Her girly crop top sweater.
I would rather do that than put a one guard to my head, bro.
No. I'm making sure you get no girls.
Bro, I already have one though. I'm good on that.
I'm making sure she leaves you.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. She definitely said, she's like, don't do that short shit.
No, I'm telling you. No, so what's up?
Bro, if you just give me the lineup, bro. Give me the lineup, bro.
I'm gonna leave it to the chat. Everybody, should we at least keep the lineup?
Bro, a buzz fade is more than respectable.
No, screw that. I'm gonna leave it up to Twitter.
Bro, a buzz fade is more than respectable, bro. You're already doing enough going all the way down.
Because you see, I was in the Navy. I've been in the Middle East. I shaved my head before. I know I will be okay.
Bro, I'm good. I've done it. I just don't want to do it. Hey, we all done that shit when we were younger, Garrison. You got them fucking tigs and everything.
Hey,
you feel like gotta shave.
Hey, listen. Jam has spoken. She is a
you.
She is a clear voice here at Ohio State, the voice of college football.
You just say go bald.
What?
She said go bald,
bro.
What? All right, how about you make that bet
with you?
No, how about this person saying go bald, make that bet?
Matthew. Wait, no.
Buzz fade.
Matthew, come on.
Yeah, I stick to strictly money bet.
Yo, Matthew, this is the second time in as many times I caught you saying some.
See, Mike Anderson, that's a Michigan fan saying go do it. Johnny says straight skinhead. I don't know. I mean,
that's
guys
fucking crazy. Y'all are wild, bro.
By the way, before I let you go here, what do you think is gonna be like in Germany when you guys sing "Hell to the Victors" for Heider?
This is gonna be great. He's gonna speak German to Western Michigan.
All right, Drew, man. I'll talk to you later, bro. Thanks for calling, bro.
All right, bro. Go blue.
OH. Stop cussing on my show.
NO.
Stop cussing on my show. Rob, man, what's going on?
What's up, Garrison? How's it going, man?
Oh, man, it's going good. Real quick before we start, everybody also, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that like button. And now let's continue. Rob, what's on your mind, my guy? And by the way, everybody, real quick, if you haven't already, everybody, go ahead and check him and Pete out. Oh my God, why am I being stupid right now, Rob? Don't say anything right to me, Rob, because you know I don't forget this.
You just want me to say it?
Just say it. Why am I being stupid?
All right, at Buckeyes Battle Cry.
Buckeyes.
Man, that just makes you feel how memorable my channel is. Dude.
No, it's a damn fight song. It's a damn fight song. What's going on, man?
Dude. You know, I'm not gonna lie. You know, after
by the way, what days is your guys show on?
Oh, we're doing. Gosh, I think Peter and I decided on Monday or Tuesday. Oh yeah, we're doing Tuesday at 7.
Man, my man, this is a Buckeye Battle Cry. Come on, my
but man, after seeing that, you know, Womack was pretty much 100% to Ohio State, and now got flipped to I almost said Alabama, got flipped to Auburn. It's just like it makes me question what exactly is Ohio State's recruiting approach now, and in terms of like what's going on with NIL, because to me, a last second flip means okay, the other school offered the bigger bag. So, you know, it's kind of like, is the AD and just Ryan Day at odds with each other in terms of how to handle NIL? Or is it like that's the only thing I could think of, because to me it's wild that a team that just won a national championship is just having this much trouble with recruiting. I know it's crazy to say a team that's ranked 9th overall in recruiting is having like no troubles, because a lot of other fan bases would love to have their team consistently do that. But you know, just so used to having Ohio State in the top 5 around this time. But you know, it seems like, you know, some's different.
Well, all right. So this is how I feel about it, and I've been one of the fans. I'm not ready to jump off the ledge on Ross Bjork. I think he's the man for the job. But when it comes to recruiting, I think a lot of it. You gotta look at who's ahead of us, right? And I'm pulling it up here. I mean, you got Notre Dame up there, right? Texas A&M doing what Texas A&M always does, correct? Not Texas A&M, but USC. They're out there paying. Like USC, let's just be honest, they're paying out the ass. Okay. That's what's going on. Texas A&M also doing the same as they usually do. But I think what the difference is that on average, there's been usually 3 teams that are in the 300s. And then I think I looked at before last year. Let me look at this real quick. So last year, the teams that had 300 points, it was Texas and Georgia, okay? Then at third, you had Alabama at 298, Ohio State at 297, Oregon 292, Michigan. Like you get what I'm saying? Whereas now, and for the class of 2026, we've got Georgia at 304, USC at 304, Notre Dame's at 296. Those 3 classes are already done, right? Texas A&M is at 27 recruits, but at 295, that class is done. Bama's at 21. Bama's at 21 recruits at 295 at 5 stars. They've really been hauling in some players. Also like Oregon's at 5 stars at 287. Ohio State right now 2 5 stars, which on average is pretty good actually. Ohio State over the last I think 6 or last 5 years averaged 3. We're at 2 right now. Whoop-de-doo. Then we have 12 4 stars, so 14 total blue chip players at 280. The truth of the matter is the talent's getting more spread out. Also, on top of that, I think when you have a situation like programs like USC and Texas A&M, where USC, granted, is trying to lock down their state, but when you see what they're doing, some of those kids are going to end up leaving. I also do believe that when you look at Florida State has a 5 star, Washington has a 5 star, BYU has that 5 star quarterback, I believe. Texas Tech has been paying off the yards also. I'm not worried about this class, and especially because even here's the honest part about it, right? If Ohio State has 4 defensive linemen in this class, okay? If 2 of them were high 4 or 5 stars, we're ranked higher. At the same time, a lot like they're I think all of them are 3 stars. One of them's a pretty good 4-star defensive end, but for me personally, I've always been of the mindset that if you're when it comes to offensive line and defensive line, if you're not gonna get a high 4-star, 5-star type of kid, you get a big one, preferably from the South, and that's what we've been doing. On top of getting Jameer Perez out of Glenville, which should have never been a problem, never been a situation. He never should have been offered late as he was in May, and he never should have been committed to Florida. But luckily, we were able to flip him. So, and at the end of the day, also we want these high end guys. There is something that I do trust more than 5-star, 4 or 5-star recruits, and that's Larry Johnson's development. I do trust that more. So, because we do have two of the best offensive linemen in this class, 1 tackle, 1 inside offensive lineman. Of course, we do have 5 wide receivers in the class, which is a lot, but I don't care. I like this class. We got two really good linebackers, so I'm like, for me personally, I think we fit a lot of needs.
Man, it was just like, because I know that Womack was an Ohio State lean for quite some time, man. Then all of a sudden, like, he's gone. And it's just like, oh my gosh, like, what happened? But yeah, I get what you're saying, man. The talent is a lot more dispersed these days, and I will say though, it drives me absolute nuts when I see teams like USC, Texas A&M dropping bags, but yet they didn't do a damn thing.
Yeah.
Since forever, especially USC. They haven't done anything since the Pete Carroll years. Other than that, like, Lincoln Riley had, 1 good year because he brought his main talent from Oklahoma, the quarterback. Texas A&M, we already saw what happened with their NIL experiment with Jimbo Fisher. It was a complete failure. So it's just like, I don't know why recruits aren't trying to steer away from Texas A&M, but it's just like, okay, at the end of the day, money talks, man. So it's just so like frustrating. Again, seeing teams that if it wasn't for NIL, they wouldn't be getting these players. So yeah, but on another note, want to talk about predictions for Ohio State season. Now, here's one thing I want to bring up. And I was on Peter and we were on Cliff and Mac show last night, and there's one comment that stuck out to me, and it was like, we're gonna see.
Wait, who made the comment? Who made the comment?
Cliff
or Mac?
No, it was someone in the comment section. It was someone in the comment section.
I was ready to hit Mac over there.
I haven't asked them their take on what I'm about to bring up. So the comment was, we're about to see how good of a coach Ryan Day is, because he has to replace almost an entire roster. And that makes you think back to when it was like, we're going to see how good of a coach Ryan Day is when he has to replace Urban Meyer's roster. I'm just like, okay, we've seen this before. He replaced Urban Meyer's roster, and he got his own recruiting classes, won a national championship, and now it's just like, okay, this one didn't work out, where, what happened didn't fit my narrative about, Ryan Day. And so it's just like, okay, we're going to move the goalposts to let's see what he does post national championship team. And it's like, dude, can we just finally admit that Ryan Day is a great coach? Yeah. And the one thing that's being brought up when you say that is it's based around the 4 straight losses to Michigan. Because it's just like right now, I feel like Ohio State, just on a national level, on the national stage, rather than just the Big Ten stage, Ryan Day has him in a better position than Urban Meyer did. The only thing that Urban Meyer was doing more was beating Michigan. Because let's remember that, there were years that Urban Meyer lost to teams he had no business losing to. Dude, I was at that 2015 Michigan State game where they brought in the backup quarterback and they drove down the field and scored. That was right. And then the last second field goal, that was really disheartening to see. And then, they in 2017, they had that comeback against Penn State, and then they go off on the road and just get blown out against Iowa by like 25 points. And then the next year, the same thing happens again to Purdue. Had no business losing to them, missed the playoffs again because of a game they had no business losing. And then we have Ryan Day. How many times has he made the playoffs since he's gotten there? I mean, and then finally won a national championship. And all this is being brought up just because, I get it. It's the game, the biggest rivalry in all of college football. But at the same time, let's not base this dude's career. Let's not base this dude's career off of, just one game, especially when he's just climbed the mountain and won a national championship. Oh, I see. Yeah. Would you rather lose Purdue or Michigan?
Well, I don't even acknowledge that question. It's a pointless question. All right, man. Because when people ask questions like that, it gets away from the actuality of what the conversation that's being had. And like for me, like the reason you talked about how people are trying to like backtrack and now they're trying to switch the conversation about Ryan Day. I'll tell you guys about a conversation I had with TJ one time. It was like probably late at night. Me and TJ were on the phone talking for maybe an hour and a half about our teams, right? And I was talking to him about Ryan Day, and I said my problem. Well, I said I think most you Michigan fans don't understand is that you all were the same people who talked about what he did with Urban Meyer's players. And you forget the fact, or either you forget it or it just swooshes over your head that he won this championship his own way. These are all his players. There's not a single player on this team that played for Urban Meyer. There was not a single one. And so like I look at that, man. So on top, and I think we would both agree. And it's funny because I've actually had this conversation with Johnny before, where I tell Johnny, it's funny for Michigan fans to tell me I'm wrong in this when most Ohio State fans, damn near if not every Ohio State fan feels this way. Ryan Day, and this is before the national championship, Ryan Day had the program in a better position than Urban Meyer left it, and that's a fucking fact. You can't argue it. He has been a better recruiter than Urban Meyer. He's been better just mentally for the players than Urban Meyer. I don't have to watch my coach damn near dying every big game on the sidelines and falling to his knees and gasping for air, or having a lady problem.
I just feel like he was a Urban Meyer, second greatest coach of all time, but he was a distraction after a while. There's been no like distractions with Ryan Day, no investigations, no scandals or whatever.
I don't care anymore. He can have a scandal because if we can't get touched, listen. If we can't get touched anymore as a big time program, it is time for Ryan Day to hold up the mantle that Woody Hayes had, that Jim Tressel had, that Urban Meyer had. All of our championship coaches have scandals. The only difference now, they can't touch us. That's the only difference.
Yeah, it would be a different story, just like when, I always go back to Larry Coker, the Miami Hurricanes, when he inherited that NFL pretty much roster.
It fell off.
And then won the national championship, completely fell off. I could see the scenario of, okay, like Day just won a championship with Meyer's players. Let's see what he's got, if this was a scenario now. But we're not in that scenario. He won a championship with his own roster. And now we're just, it's like a move in the field goal post. But going off of this, I think they're going to continue to be in a great position. Everyone says, oh, but they lost their OC, they lost their DC, but who's the one who's been steering the ship, bringing in Knowles and
it's not the first time this has happened for Ryan Day.
Yeah,
it happened year one. Year one, Ryan Day, new OC, new DC that season. 12-0, 13-0 actually. To the playoffs.
I mean, yeah, he brought in Jeff Hafley, and I just with Kerry Combs, I just felt like he was a good recruiter.
He's a good corner coach.
Yeah, good corner coach. We don't want to lose him. Let's promote internally. It backfired, yes, but look who he brought in after that. Like, I trust Ryan Day's hires. Yeah. I do. You have to trust this man's process. You got to remember, like, it's not like, again, he came in and won with a different coach's roster.
Don't mess wait. I want to make this clear, and I hope Ryan Day never sees it. I mean, not Ryan Day. I hope Urban never sees it. Urban Meyer is a piece of shit, but he's ours. He's our POS, and I am proud of him. I am happy of him. You know what this means, Johnny? Do you know what this means?
He even has a bar named after it.
7-0. Oh. Hey, John, you know what's really cool? And Rob, I think you'll like this too. Can you name something that Ryan Day has done that Bo Schembechler has never done? Didn't do?
Ryan Day's won the national championship.
And go undefeated in Rose Bowls.
Yep, and
Oh, same as Urban, actually. Urban did the same thing. He's undefeated in Rose Bowls. I do need to remind Michigan fans that your greatest coach of all time is a perpetual loser when it comes to the postseason and in life. Now let's continue with the program. Am I lying?
No. But yeah, dude, I just, everyone's predicting this big downfall, and just like, okay, I understand that, pretty much the whole defensive line needs to be replaced.
Mikey, what Michigan coaches 4-0 against Ohio State? Please let me know. Because if you want to talk players, I can start from 2002 or 2001. We can start with Chad Henne, Jake Long, and Mike Hart. Then we can go on from there.
This is what I'm talking about.
It's just stupid. Like, I know.
They get in this bubble where they want to place they want to base a player's success and a coach's success.
Yes, it's not the
off
same.
of one game. It's just like the whole Jeremiah Smith argument. Well, like look, he balled in the playoffs. Well, what did he do against?
Oh, and shout out to Jeremiah Smith for saying for making that comment, that hate comment. I love it. I saw someone say, I know Urban Meyer got hard when he heard that.
But yeah, it's just like okay, so he failed like one test. What about the other tests he's taken? He's done well. He's an elite.
He won a national championship.
He won a national championship, and he was a main piece of the puzzle.
Well, some coaches go 8-5 and lose to Indiana, and Illinois, and Washington.
Yeah, but it apparently was the greatest 8-5 season ever.
Wait, when was the last time Ohio State got curb stomped twice in their stadium in one season?
I can't name it.
Because I know for a damn sure it happened to Michigan last year. Texas and Oregon, curb stomped.
Yeah.
You ever seen I'm not gonna use this example. That's a test. I'm not gonna use that. Ah, screw it. You ever seen American History X?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. That type of curb stomp.
Oh my god, that was an intense scene, by the way.
Yeah. So it was also intense watching Michigan State do a Michigan like that in that stadium.
Yeah, but I don't. So here's my take on how the season's gonna go. They've recruited too well, and that's what a lot of fans forget. Like they've recruited too well since Ryan Day's gotten there to take this giant step back. And it's not like they're replacing these the players who went to the draft with all these freshmen and sophomores or whatever. I mean, these are hungry juniors and seniors who were in the rotation. They're finally getting their shots. So and plus the talent as well. Like Ohio State is always loaded with talent. So
yeah,
it's just like, and based on that, they could win nine games a year just based off talent. The other games are going to come down to coaching and execution. So I mean, first game.
What do you think about this, real quick?
Yeah,
Corey Banks says, shout out to Corey. Corey, thanks for coming in here, man. He says, why shouldn't Ryan Day be held to the same standard that I just questioned? Let me see, Corey. 1 second. 1 second, Corey. Okay, here we go. Corey says, well, yeah, you can say that, but didn't Urban Meyer say in an interview that he was judged off one game and that one game only? All right. Good question. First off, Corey, good question. And Rob, Rob, how about you answer this first? Go ahead.
Rob is a Michigan man. Wait, let me read that again. Well, yeah.
Technically,
that, but Urban Meyer, but didn't Urban Meyer say in an interview that he was judged off of one game and that one game only?
He wasn't. He wasn't.
No, I mean, look, I can see within the Ohio State Michigan bubble that he's judged off of that, but on the national level, like it would be crazy to judge him off of that one game. Look, if you're not in this rivalry, you don't truly understand it. If you're not a fan of Ohio State, not a fan of Michigan, you don't understand it. So it's just like, of course, we're going to look at, like, some of us are going to look at this one game, but on a national level, the dude's elite. Like, if that makes sense.
All right. So Rob is going to be nice about it. I'm not. The rivalry is important. The game is the biggest rivalry game, not just in college football, not just in American sports, but of all sports, and that includes. I'm a Tottenham fan, so it's still at the Arsenal, but it's not like it's bigger than that. I do believe that this game holds weight. The game will always hold weight, but let's not be daft. Let's not be dumb. There are things bigger than the game, such as the national championship. There are other things that you like when it comes when I'm gonna speak to Urban Meyer. Then I'm gonna talk about the grander scheme of it all. Urban Meyer, just like any other Ohio State coach, will always be judged by that game, but not solely by that game. I judge when Urban Meyer came to Ohio State, I expected to win a national championship while he was here. And to be completely honest with you, because of him, we didn't go back to back, or didn't have a chance to go back to back. Now, in light of what happened in Auburn with them claiming how many championships, 5 or something like that, I do believe Ohio State should go ahead and claim that 2012 championship. I do believe, because Bama wouldn't have been there, but also Notre Dame. We know how that story goes. Yeah. But I judge him by the Michigan game. I judge him by winning the national championship at Ohio State. I judge Urban Meyer for getting blasted 31-0 to Clemson. I judge Urban Meyer for going into against Iowa and Purdue. I would put Corey, you need to understand this. Iowa put 55 points on us. 55. Like, there's a lot of things I can judge Urban Meyer by. That is to say this. You and your program and your whole fanboy fan base is beholden to us. And that is why I have always called you guys a regional program. Yes, regional programs can win national championships here and there, like you guys have done. I mean, granted, you guys have only won 1.5 in the modern era. Like I said earlier, your greatest coach ever, that being Bo Schembechler, he is well known for beating up he won the 10-year war, which is something I do hold against Woody Hayes, and why I call Urban Meyer the best coach in Ohio State history. Because in my eyes, you had to win that 10-year war. I think that, but also on top of that, but like I said, Bo Schembechler, outside of the Big Ten, he was a nobody. He sucked. He was ass, boo-boo, arse, cheeks, trash, all that. He was all that. And even leading into the 80s, before he ended up retiring, somewhere in the 90s, he still wasn't winning bowl games. He wasn't winning Rose Bowls. He's well known for losing Rose Bowls, which at that time was a big deal for the Big Ten. And you also have the fact of the same, Corey. Bo Schembechler pissed away a bunch of possible national championships because he couldn't win the Rose Bowl. That is what your program is. It's a regional program. 1997, don't get me wrong. That's one of the best teams in the 90s. It is. Now, do I think you would have beat Nebraska? No, because I think Nebraska would have scored on anybody. Like, name the score for that Nebraska team. I believe that. I'm not saying that would have blown you guys out, but I think those two teams, sure, co-champions. Even though I'm fair in all this, I don't even count Ohio State's share championships. So it's not a Michigan thing. I'm just being fair. Exactly, Clay. We weren't alive for that shit. We weren't. So then you have all that, right? And then you lead into the 2000s, right, Corey? Perpetual assness is what your program has been. The last 4 years, you guys have been great. I'm not going to take that away from you. I'm never going to come on here. All right. See, Moose. See, hey, Rob. This is what happens. We have Michigan fans that don't know how to listen.
They're basing it off of one game.
Yeah, Rob. Did I call him a bad coach?
No, you didn't call him a bad coach. You just said that past the rivalry in the Big Ten, more on the national stage, he sucked. Like Moose, you told me you know your own school's history. If you understand your own school's history, you know for a fact that outside of the Big Ten and outside of the rivalry, Bo Schembechler sucked. He sucked. So, like I said, over the last 4 years, I can't take that away, even though, I guess the last 5 years, you guys have beaten us. But here's the difference between our two programs. If Ohio State were to go 7-5 and beat Michigan, I would not go out there, grab my lotion, and rank myself off to it. I just couldn't do that. I would come on here and burn my team down to hell. Because you don't get beating you guys doesn't make up for 5 losses. I'm sorry, it doesn't. Not for me. Rob, does it for you? I mean, that's what I was getting tired with Urban. It's just like he's losing these games that he shouldn't, but all is well when he goes out and beats Michigan. Don't get me wrong, I like beat Michigan more than the next Ohio State fan, but you just can't excuse those losses that he had, and just like the year, going through the growing pains of Ryan Day. It sucked that they lost to Michigan, but I could live with being in the playoff picture until the end and not beating Michigan than, losing to Purdue or losing to Iowa.
No, we didn't lose. We didn't lose.
Oh, we got beat.
ran off the
Yeah,
field.
That's right. We got ran off the field. And plus, like, Peter said it this way last night. As
Shout
of
out to
right
Peter.
now, he doesn't we really don't trust Ryan Day in terms of Michigan, but anybody else outside of that, we trust Ryan Day completely.
Yes. Like bro, like, and this is why also like a lot of us Ohio State fans, it's not Ohio State that has a Michigan problem. It's that guy. And I love Ryan Day, but it's that guy. And yes, Corey, I'm not saying you guys aren't a blue blood, but you can be a blue blood and still be a regional program. And you guys are a regional program. Like, actually, you know what? And I'll give you an example, and then we end the show. So I was talking to some SEC guys, right? And we had a few Michigan fans in there, and I asked them, "Do you think?" Well, this is what I asked them. I said, "During your guy like the SEC run, right? Basically that 15-year run of SEC dominance, right?" I asked them, who are the only teams you guys cared about outside of your own conference that you thought that you could really have a chance of losing to? They said 2 teams. Who do you think the 2 teams were?
One of them was Ohio State. And one of them was it? I'm guessing it was during the Dabo era, Clemson.
Yes. SEC fans don't care about you guys. I'm sorry for you to hear that. They don't fear your program. They truly don't believe you could go, like, whatever happened that year isn't something that's replicable. And what's funny is I actually had a conversation with the Michigan. Who was it? I had a conversation with a Michigan fan, and it was Short. Shout out to Short, Grand Rapids guy too. He said he talked about, Rob, how he wants Michigan to start passing the ball, because he said what we did in 2023, that's not repeatable. Like, based off of the fact that
was an anomaly.
Yes, running the ball like that, where like you're getting 3 yards in it, because the run game in 2023 wasn't the same as in 22 or in 21 for the Michigan Wolverines. And it literally took a generational defense and JJ McCarthy being completely out of his mind on 3rd down. So we're gonna end it this way. Week 1 is upon us, everybody. Can't wait. At the end of the day, like I know you Wolverine fans, only Michigan fans. You guys don't watch college football, but over here we do. Can't wait, man. Do you have any locks for week 1, by the way, Rob?
So I think it's going to be a lot more competitive than what others think. Again, like let's not act like Texas didn't have to replace a lot, especially on the offensive line, and acknowledging that Ohio State had to replace a lot on the defensive line. So it's going to be interesting to look at those 2 spots to see how each team does. And also, you have Julian saying new starting quarterback, but you always got to look at the weapons that he has. And I really look at the endorsement that Jeremiah Smith gave him, and just in general, put that aside, just trusting Ryan Day to pick a quarterback. That could be another topic I bring up when I call back in next week. But
man, when next time you guys, I'd love to join you guys, man. I'd love to.
Yeah, definitely. But I honestly have Ohio State losing that game
to Texas.
Yeah, to Texas.
I'm not mad at that.
But
that's a losable game, dude.
No more than 7 to 10 points. I give it a 7 to 10 point window.
What I don't even know who I'm gonna pick to win. Like, bro, I'm like, it's funny. I was talking to some guys, some Texas fans earlier, and they're like, "What? You don't pick your team at all times?" I said, "I didn't. I picked Oregon after the Tennessee game. I was on wax saying I think Oregon's gonna win that game. So like, I don't know who I'm gonna pick yet. I'm gonna wait till next week, the following week, of course.
Yeah. Well, could you pull up Moose's comment about you can't replace experience with talent?
The hell you can.
What did Bama do all those years?
Wait, where is that?
It's right under William S. I mean, it's right above William S. Kane's comment. That's literally what Bama did every year. Like,
oh, brother, yeah, yes, you can.
You can. Yes, Ohio. You can. What do you think Ohio State's been doing? Like pretty much almost every year.
Dude, like Ohio's like the Ohio States, the Bamas, LSU's. We lose. Like, hey Moose, this is the perfect example. I'll keep it to our two programs. Over the last, let's say 10 years, right? So if I say 10 years, that still involves your 4-year run. We've had more players drafted, especially in higher rounds. You guys have had more tenured players than we have had. You guys have had more experienced players than we've had. Still put up 63 on you. Still put up 56 on you. Like talent at the end of the day, this sport will always be about Jimmys and Joes. And recruiting is the lifeblood and backbone of the sport. And so you can replace it. I mean, heck, you'll see it this year in Columbus. But with that being said, Rob, thank you for coming in, my man.
Yeah,
go ahead, Rob.
I don't have them losing more than 2 games in the regular season. No. I just don't see it happening.
I think my early prediction, I said 11-1, but I do have us losing to Penn State.
Yeah, I'm gonna be at my wife and I. We're gonna be at that game.
Yeah. Oh man, really?
Yeah. We're gonna be like the mid low. We're gonna be in the mid level. Like not like kind of like you have the upper level, then you have the mid, then you have the low. We're gonna be like in the middle section. So it's gonna be fun. The Jim Knowles homecoming, but yeah, man. Like I just
fun, man. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, definitely. But all right, man. It was a lot of fun coming on here again. Like I just don't see this. I don't see this big step back. So the ceiling is 1 loss, possibly undefeated, and the floor is 2 losses. Man, I'll believe it when I see it, type of deal.
I'm right with you, bro. I'm right with you.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you soon, man.
Yep, definitely.
See you, bro.
See you.
We're by again. Thank you for showing up today, whether you be friend or foe. Knew we had a lot of Wolverine fans here today. Good to see you guys. Not bad to see you guys at all. Corey, Mike Anderson, Johnny, and Moose. But of course, shout out to all the Ohio State fans that showed up today. Richie, Doreen, Jam, Sage, Ohio. Love you guys. Again, if you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Also, check out the rest of the shows that we have during the week. Check out the rest of the channels that we have here at the network. And as always, OH, IO.